you ask your question again, Adrian?
How do they make buttermilk? Is it like butter flavored? Or like, is it like imitation butter? Milk or like imitation milk butter? Is the milk made out of butter? Or the butter made out of milk?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm not sure how to answer you.
And we have answers. we don't know that one.
I don't know that one. Oh my god. Morning, it's Stephanie.
It's Andre.
Hey.
Stefan.
He has a pancake stuffed in his mouth.
It's your boy Stefan. It's me, your boy Stefan.
Morning.
Stefan.
Oh, move over. Morning.
It's your boy Stefan.
School commute convos. What's going on?
Woo.
It started snowing today. Yeah. Well, it started snowing technically the other day, but this morning it started to stick. So it's on the windows. It's on the floor.
Yeah, but it's not. It's about like.
No, but it's sticking.
It's like an eighth of an inch. It's a little white around, you know.
Oh, you
White
are a
around.
reporter. What are you talking about?
It's a little flurries, but it's
Yeah.
stuck. It's stuck today. Jeez, I'm trying to think now. With the weather coming now, it's like, what's to come now with this weather? What are we talking about today?
Winter is here. Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
It's February.
It's February. Happy February. Happy February.
Oh, is it? Today's the first, right?
Today is the 1st of February.
Damn.
Been 1 month since 2022.
Has officially, yeah. And it is Black History Month. A lot of things going on. But what are we going to talk about today's topic today? What I have in my notes today is to talk about house chores. House chores. So, what are your thoughts on house chores?
They should never exist.
They should never exist, okay?
But they have to exist in order to stay alive.
You have to do them in order to stay alive. No, the only thing you have to do in order to stay alive is breathe. And eat.
I drink.
And drink. And poop. So that's when you talk about the hierarchy. I'm talking about Maslow. That's the hierarchy.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. I swear. And then as you go higher and higher in the hierarchy, then you...
But which one affects the body the most?
Eating, drinking.
No, holding your shit in.
Is that with that joke?
Yep, that's that joke.
With the butthole? Nah, we gotta go find that joke.
Which is the most important function in your body, and it's always the stomach and the asshole, because if you hold it in, all your other body functions can't function.
Right, very true. Now I gotta find that joke now.
It's like Pee Wee Herman, like the words of the day. Ah!
What are you talking about? So I want to know. This response over there said they shouldn't exist, but in terms of house chores, how young do you think you should start them at? What chores are appropriate, and should they be compensated? Is there a reward system that should be implemented in order for the other one says yeah.
It says yeah.
Says yes. 25 cents.
Per chore? Are you serious?
Yes.
That
Now
is such a low.
Now
Are you-
I will begin
$5.
when I used to do chores. Now chores, my mom never made an official thing, and she never made anything like oh, you had to do this. She never did any of that. What I did was I made a sheet saying if I do this, I should get paid this.
You made your own personal
I
contract.
made my own personal sheet.
Your own personal contract with your mom.
I did.
You made her sign it?
Not well.
So it's a binding contract?
I put it on the board, like I put it up on the wall so she could see it.
She probably walked by and roll her eyes.
Basically,
like, yeah, right.
basically.
Who is this girl?
Like, who is this? So, like, I would say, like, if I take out the trash, like, you gotta give me $1. Right? If I clean up my room, that was like, yeah, give me 50 cents. Like, if I had to do, like, I don't really think I started dishes early. I don't think I ever did dishes early. Like, not little. No, I didn't do dishes early. I did them around 12 or 13, but it wasn't often. So, why are you making a face? Why are you upset? Because you do a lot of dishes now? Oh, well.
Yeah, because I'm dirty.
Yeah. Because we're dirty. No, it's
Why
because
else would I
because
be
because
doing
we
dishes?
because
It's
we
y'all.
is y'all. Y'all leave the cups.
But
and
y'all
playing-
also a part of that, so y'all can't even like.
No, please stop it. Stop it.
I would say 90% of the stuff that's in the sink is between you and Stefan.
Lies.
It's not lies.
No, it's not lies.
50%.
You guys fill cup after cup after cup, silverware after silverware after silverware,
ladies.
plate after
Silverware
plate.
that often.
Huh?
You guys use the most silverware.
No, we don't.
Well,
you
when
guys
we
do.
cook,
Yeah, when we cook, yeah.
because we're
Yeah,
using
exactly.
all the different
Cook when you're
utensils.
I don't use.
But that's not the point. Oh, you're trying to figure out who's doing more, who does what. Doesn't matter.
I don't.
It's part of your chore. So now thinking about the reward system, is this help your kids? Do they set you up for success if you start doing your responsibilities younger and younger? So like laundry, right? You don't do the laundry, but you help fold it, right? Should they be compensated for that?
No,
No, because you wear the clothes.
it's your clothes.
It's your clothes. Washing dishes, should they be compensated?
No,
No. Why?
because we all eat. We all share the same interests
Right.
at the table.
So this is what I'm trying to see. Like, is there a system in your home? What? With pancake in the milk? Okay. But what I'm trying to get at is when it comes to these chores, should there be a reward system, right? To kind of like get them prepared for the real world. It's like, okay, you do work, you get compensated, right? There is such a thing as called volunteer work, and I do it all the time. Volunteer work is a good thing. But does it apply to chores? Now, every Sunday, I try to make
Y'all turn to
everything.
demons.
What?
Y'all turn to demons.
I turn to demons.
Especially you.
How?
As soon as like it's chores, the whole house goes down in the mood. No one wants to do anything. And then you're in the mood, and then I'm in the mood, and then you're in the mood, and then you're in the mood too. So.
Okay, so let me explain. I work all week. Sunday's practically the only day I can get stuff done. Of course I'm gonna be in the mood. Because what I'd rather be doing is just relaxing. But I don't get to relax. He doesn't get to relax.
Listen, back in the 50s and 60s,
Back in the 50s.
yeah, back in the 50s and the 60s, the man came home to a clean house and a cookie on the table. Right? What happened that didn't happen?
I don't know, explain it to me.
But back then, you know what I'm saying, that the woman would get roughed up. Old school mentality back
Wow! Now, okay, so would you want to be roughed up?
then.
If
Why
you-
would I be roughed up?
Let's say you're the girl in the situation. Let's say you're the girl in the situation, and you got busy. Like I was picking up, laundry. I was picking up the kids. I was tending to them. I didn't have time to do dinner.
Okay, that's fine.
No, it's not.
To me,
fun.
it's fine.
Why? Because you're understanding.
I'm understanding.
Yeah, please.
Until I'm not.
But I'm saying, no. But what I'm saying is this having chores. For me personally, I think there should be a reward system in a sense that doesn't necessarily have to be monetary.
But I feel like it doesn't work.
Right, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work with these kids.
Right. So then they do volunteer. That's what we work with. Strictly volunteer. But
Forced volunteer
forced.
work.
You live in the house, right? You take up
Forced.
space. No, you take up space in the house. You can clean up after
take up,
yourself.
5
Doesn't
feet in the
matter.
house.
You take up space in the house like we all do, and everybody should be helping along. If you're talking about house chores, when is an appropriate age to start? I personally think 9-10 is a really good age.
No, I think before that.
Really? Only to do like bigger things or to do smaller things?
Smaller things.
So they should start younger when they do it. Well, they started younger doing smaller things like
Yeah, because that's usually what happens, like if you have kids, they'll help you fold clothes, they'll they'll try to take stuff with you, help you, like, because kids want to mimic their parents' behavior.
Right. No, what I'm saying is, like, I'm talking about, like, big people chores. Like you taking out the garbage, you taking recyclable,
9, 10 years old.
Yeah, 9, 10. I'm talking about, like, big people responsibilities. Like, they should be able to start doing it, like, around 9, 10 years old. Easily. Because at that point, they're a little bit more, they have a little bit of strength to them. They have a little bit of common sense, a little bit more understanding. And just really trying to, like, help with whatever is going on. Now, what's the new word you taught me yesterday? For you what they call them? For you dinks out there?
Oh, dinks.
You dinks?
Dinkers. You got dinkers.
You got dinkers. Can you explain that?
D-I-N-K.
Watch this car.
Those you got a bunch of dinkers out there.
Yeah.
Which stands for DINK stands for double income, no kids. And this term came out in 1987 in the Times Magazine, and I just found out about this yesterday on an article.
We're not as woke as I thought we were. So for all you dinks out there,
so we're dicks.
Right, because we're double income
with kids.
With kids. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. There you go.
The W is silent.
Yes. Slowly dying along with these house chores. But just thinking about how just a little bit of help around the house. And it's not only just necessarily to the kids either. Like your spouse. Again, this is not the 1950s.
It's a shared effort.
It's a shared effort. Absolutely. But are there times that I feel overwhelmed? Absolutely. Because literally work gets in the way. Schedules get in the way. Work gets in the way.
It's not enough hours.
It's not enough. There you go.
But what is time? Time is relative. Time is... Time is a construct that is made up by man. So what is time?
Are you serious right now?
Time is something we labeled ourselves, right?
Boy, if you don't shut up. Time is limited, right? Work schedules, school schedules, things of that manner. So we have to try to fit everything into what we can. So Sundays usually is more dedicated to doing chores. So that's between getting laundry done, getting dishes done, cleaning the bathroom, changing the sheets on the bed, recyclables, garbage, all that stuff.
Recyclables every Wednesday,
well, it's
but we take out the trash.
Right. So everything is bless you. So everything is done at least twice a week, right? So we pick a day. Usually Wednesdays is the day to go pick up, clean up, do things around the house because the kids have half day, and then we don't work Wednesdays, but we're doing other things, appointments or podcasting, things like that. So like Wednesdays and Sundays is usually the day we get to do things, cleaning, laundry, all that stuff. So I'm trying to think the connection between having responsibilities through chores. Will it kind of help progress them when they get older? When it comes to like, working in the field, literally working in the field.
Oh my God, the lake turned to ice.
Did it? No,
Focus.
it didn't.
No.
See, focus.
Oh my God. So I think that the having chores when they're older is also a system where it's driven strictly for lessons because it teaches you responsibility, and it's strictly helping you guys to be self-sufficient, because there's a lot of you out there that are not self-sufficient, and that's either through no fault of their own, or that they weren't taught properly, or they didn't have the right people around them to teach them, right? So cooking is one. Like
I love cooking.
We love cooking, so we've taken the time to sit down.
But I hate cleaning cooking.
Oh, exactly, you hate cleaning up, but that's part of the deal when cooking. Teaching knife skills, teaching how to cook rice, teaching how to teach, traditional meals, things like that. But that starts progressively. That doesn't start, that's overnight. You could start young. The whole point.
At 9?
Yeah, people start cooking at 9, like
There's
helping.
There's chef shows.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. But then that's the thing when you have a natural talent. When we talked about that before, like kids have natural talents that they could be just like really great cookers, good bakers, things like that. But The goal for us is to make sure that y'all are self-sufficient. That you're not going out there and not being able to do nothing. Or just be under the impression, be like, well, my mom used to do it for me, so I don't got to do it anymore. Or my dad used to do it for me, I don't got to do it. When you get older, we're going to teach you how to change a tire. I know how to change a tire. You know why? Because your dad taught me how to change a tire. God forbid there's an accident or something. So house chores is really the foundation of really trying to give you some guidance and give you some responsibility and push you to be more self-sufficient, because that's the goal. End of the day, we want you guys to be self-sufficient and not think of everything in a reward system. Now, if you're doing good work, if you're doing good hard work, you should be compensated.
I always do good hard work.
You do. You don't. You know what's your reward? My love, my hugs.
Your love doesn't get paid.
Ah, wow. Ouch. That hurt.
But I will still appreciate any currency.
He said he will appreciate any currency. Why? So you could go spend it on Roblox?
No.
Maybe. Got to think about that. But what are your thoughts? When should children start doing chores or help around the house? Because sometimes they too little, they get in your way. But then try to include them with something that they can do. Like if they're little, they could help you, move something, or they'll help you broom or sweep, something like that. See, doing things that they are able to do to their capacity.
Then if we follow you, you'll automatically think that we're just gonna want to help you.
What?
Nothing.
What you said?
Nothing.
What are your thoughts?
You should get paid for them.
They should get paid for them.
Should get rewarded.
They should get rewarded.
But at the same time, it's a lesson for them.
Right.
Because when it's a kind of like, when you become independent, you want to have your own place. You want to have your own thing. You have to clean up.
Yeah, you gotta clean up.
Yeah, clean up. Unless you could afford a cleaner to get a maid.
True.
She'll come once a week.
But that's not all of us.
Yeah, it's not all of us.
That's not all of us.
But I think it teaches discipline. It teaches to you to be clean and to be neat.
Consistency, like.
But boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
Messy.
It's gotten better, and I think it's only because I started yelling more. But I find out that yelling doesn't work either.
I don't know who told you that.
Who told me what?
That yelling is more efficient.
No, I say yelling is not efficient. It doesn't work.
Then why do you do it more often?
Why do I do it more often? Because y'all don't listen.
So.
Why do it? Because it makes me feel better. But then I find out, and then it does, and then later on it doesn't make me feel better.
Then why do it?
Because it's in the moment. I'm going through a therapy session here with you.
It can be a therapy session.
Oh my god. Do you have anything else to add?
Me or them.
You. Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
Welcome
And
to
girls will be
Thick
girls.
Therapy.
So what about you? How was it for you growing up with doing chores?
For me? I never did it. My mom did it.
Is that why you never do anything in the house?
The struggle right now.
Listen.
I'm listening.
No,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Well, actually, no. Let me take that back. My grandma, I don't think I've mentioned this in the school community, but our grandmother was pretty much our caretaker, because my mom was working to provide. So our grandmother was there to feed us, and so my grandmother always kept a clean house.
That's old school.
It's old school, So same thing, Our mom would, up to a certain age. When we were little, yeah, she would clean the room, fix our beds, and then once we got older, now you gotta do it on your own. My brother and I, we were messy all the time. All the time.
So then when I'm messy, you don't have the right to yell at me.
Well, because we don't want you
You
to.
call us pigs.
Yeah,
Because
because
you were a pig yourself.
exactly. So I'm learning. I'm trying to teach you the experience of not to be pigs.
You think by crossing your arms, it's supposed to do anything?
It's not doing anything. It's just a body movement.
But you guys leave cups, plates.
Cups and plates.
All your candy wrappers you throw them behind the bed,
That
or you
was a
tuck them
while
in.
ago.
No, it's not. You tuck them in between mattresses,
Mattresses?
underneath the pillow.
No.
You at night going to go to get a snack.
No, I don't.
I only get to go get a drink.
You get a drink just to stay up on your phone.
But the point is, again, the point that we're trying to make is that we don't want you guys to not pick up after yourselves, which is very important. And you shouldn't depend on somebody else to pick up after you either. Again, it's about being self-sufficient. So chores, yes, chores helps you regain that responsibility, regain being self-sufficient, and not necessarily doing something just to be rewarded. Don't do things just so that you can get rewarded. Don't do that, because that's the whole point of, that negates the whole point of volunteer work. I volunteered all my life. I still volunteer a lot of things in my life, but this is something that you have to learn on your own. We can teach you, we can guide you, but then if you don't clean up after yourself, like what like, nah. Like we come and visit your apartment and we come to your apartment looking like a hot mess, I'm gonna start yelling at you.
I'm walking out.
I'm walking out or I'm yelling at you. One or the other.
Always one of the niggas both. Yell at me and then walk out.
He'll walk out and then I'll stay there yelling. So one or the other. But this is Stephanie.
This is Andre.
This is Adrian.
This is School Commute Convos. We hope you have an amazing day. Please pick up after yourselves.
Do your chores.
Do your chores. Don't give your parents a hard time. Have a good one. Bye.